The NASCAR Spring Up Series live from the Richmond International Raceway, getting ready to go green for race number 9 of the 2015 Cup Series season. We are here live under the lights for 50 laps racing the Toyota Owners 400 live from Richmond. The second straight short track race of the year, the third race overall of the year. And leading us to the green flag is going to be the number 78 French Row Racing Chevrolet of Martin Truex Jr. in that Denver Manchester Chevrolet, alongside the number 47 of A.J. Allmendinger, who grabs his best start of the year. Row 2, Kyle Larson, who almost so close won his first career, could have got his first career win last week at Bristol, but due to lap traffic, Larson lost the win and is still looking for his first career win. On the outside of row number 2 is the 88 of Dale Earnhardt Jr., 5th in points. And then on row 3, we see the 41 of Kurt Busch and the 66 of David Reagan. Our most recent winner in the series is Brad Keselowski, after he got his second win of the year last week at Bristol, after beating Kyle Larson on the last lap, passing him after David Gilliland, who came off pit road, slowed down Larson's momentum, progress, and that allowed Keselowski to get by and steal the win. Moved him up to 10th in points. Right now, Jeff Gordon is your point leader, a 19-point lead on the number 1 of Jamie McMurray. He's having a great start to his season. Martinsville winner Matt Kenseth, Ryan Newman, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. make up your top 5 in points, with Joey Logano, Casey Kane, Jimmy Johnson, Carl Edwards, and Brad Keselowski your top 10. That is all here for the pre-race news at Richmond. Now I'm going to sit down trackside so we can get the most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
And as the pace car will lead the field onto the track so they can complete their pace laps, we're going to take you to your starting grid for today's Toyota Owners 400. Field leaving pit road. Alex Kennedy making his first start of the year. Brendan Gaughan made the race this weekend in the 62. BQ Racing had a swap this weekend with some of their drivers. Veteran driver JJ Yaley is now driving the number 26, and right behind him, 2 cars behind him, Jed Burton is driving the 23 this weekend with Estes on board. But up front, it is Truex and Allmendinger, your front row, and we're underway for the Toyota Owners 400. And the inside lane gets a great jump on the outside lane, and it's Truex and Larson getting by and clearing Allmendinger off turn 2. Now that will allow the 41 of Kurt Busch to get to the inside of Allmendinger, bringing the 22 of Logano with him. And remember, this 22 car won this race 1 year ago, after battling his teammate Brad Keselowski, Jeff Gordon, and Matt Kenseth in the closing laps. And now battle for the lead, Kyle Larson trying to pick up where he left off last week at Bristol in the lead. A big key factor in this race is going to be pit stops, because if you did not watch last night's Xfinity race, we had a lot of cautions. It was really a wreck-fest race, and it was almost every time we had a pit caution, drivers make their way down pit road. And we saw Elliott Sadler had the best strategy, and he won last night's race based on fuel and all the sequences we had last night. Now we have Martin Truex Jr. following Larson in second place. Battle for third now, Logano and Jimmy Johnson up here in that 48, still looking for his first win of the year. And a great run for Eric Almirola, right now running in 5th place in that petty blue number 43. And Kyle Busch, pedigree on board. Dale Jr., a new paint scheme this weekend. Kurt Busch, Brad Keselowski, and David Reagan are your top 10. Tony Stewart right now is 11th, and we have Casey Kane coming off pit road in the 5. So trouble for the 5 of Casey Kane, your winner from Phoenix earlier this season, as he is now coming onto the racetrack. 1 lap down in that Farmers Insurance number 5. And we were saying about up here with Stewart and Hamlin. This 11 car had the best, seems to have the best car this weekend. Won both practices. Just did not get the running qualifying he was hoping for. But then he's already now almost cracked the top 10. He's now up to 11th place. Now chasing his Toyota teammate, David Reagan. Keselowski to the inside of Kurt Busch for 8th place. Kurt has it, but Brad wants it. And now that could allow David Reagan to come and get a spot on Kurt Busch in the 41 as he was not able to get to the inside. This track right now, the condition of sand is kind of like Martinsville in a way. If you get on the outside lane, you are pretty much going to go back. And you're seeing that right now with Kurt Busch falls outside the top 10 as Hamlin gets inside the top 10. And now he's going to work on his Toyota teammate David Reagan for 9th. Right now, Kyle Larson, your leader, Joey Logano, Jimmy Johnson, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Kyle Busch. Right now, 2 Hendrick cars are up inside the top 4. And those 2 Hendrick cars are the 2 cars who have not won yet in 2015. We saw Casey King win at Phoenix and Jeff Gordon get the win at California, but Jimmy Johnson and Dale Jr. have not been in victory lane yet this season, and neither has the 18 of Kyle Busch. Right now running in 5th place in that pedigree Toyota. Eric Almirola having another great run, 6th place, 21st in points, but he's had a lot of speed this year so far. Right now showing it, running 6th. Can actually tell you now that Casey King is actually 2 laps down in the 5 car. Martin Truex Jr. 7th, Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, and Kurt Busch. But then, if you go a little bit deeper, we see Tony Stewart now up to 11th place, David Reagan 12th, Ryan Newman 13th, Carl Edwards now up to 14th, and Jamie McMurray 2nd in points has now gotten up inside the top 15. Casey Mears, Greg Biffle, Matt Kenseth, Clint Boyer, and Brian Vickers your top 20. Kevin Harvick, Sam Hornish, Jeff Gordon, Paul Menard, and AJ Allmendinger, your outside pole center, 25th in that 47 car, as he is really struggling. Brett Moffitt had a great run in qualifying, 26th. Justin Allgaier, 27th. Alex Bowman, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Austin Dillon. Trevor Bayne struggling back here in 31st. Michael Annett, Jeb Burton, 33rd. BK Racing made a little switch this weekend to see if they can help the performance out of their teams. So they had put Jeb Burton in the 23, and they put JJ Yeley in the 26, and they actually got a sponsor on the board, the number 23, Estes, one of Burton's sponsors from the Truck Series 1 year ago, on board. David Gillen right now at 34th, the guy who costed Kyle Larson his first win of his career last week at Bristol. Landon Castle 35th, Cole Witt, JJ Yeley, Matty Benedetto, Reed Sorensen, and Brendan Gaughan. Alex Kennedy making his first start of the year as he has failed to qualify in every attempt he has made until this weekend. 41st, and Casey King, like we have said, is 2nd, or 42nd, 2 laps down. And as you see, we have a new race leader, Dale Earnhardt Jr., out in front of now new runner-up Kyle Busch. Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, and Jimmy Johnson now your top 5. Almirola, Keselowski, Hamlin, Truex, and Carl Edwards now your top 10. Ryan Newman 11th, Kurt Busch 12th, McMurray, Stewart, and now Casey Mears has got around David Reagan to move him up inside the top 15. And now Logano, the inside of Kyle Larson, 3rd place. Has Jr. and Busch starting to pull away. They're now going to lap the 33 of Alex Kennedy, who's just about right there in front, that much in front of the leader, Dale Jr. And here comes Kyle Busch. Will he take advantage? No, Jr. is able to get to the inside of Kennedy pretty quickly. But that will allow the 22 Logano to maybe gain some time. And he's going to catch Kennedy right off turn 2. I don't think that really slowed down the 22's progress that much, though. Now Larson goes by the 33, and so does the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. Almirola now he's going to catch him right in the, right there in the entrance of turn 1. Denny Hamlin's now gotten around Brad Keselowski with 7th place. Now Johnson working on Larson 4th. And up in the outside wall goes Brendan Gaughan and Dale Jr. They drive away, but trouble for both Brendan Gaughan and Dale Earnhardt Jr. as it appeared Jr. was trying to lap the 62 of Gaughan. We have Tony Stewart and Casey Mears now in the grass. Caution flag is quickly out, as it looks like Kyle Busch will be your leader now in the 18. What in the world happened to the 88 of Dale Jr.? You saw Brendan Gaughan get turned in, you saw Jr. get spin out, and while all that was going on, A.J. Allmendinger, your outside pole center, we saw him fall back to 25th. It appeared that he had a tire going down, so he came down pit road, and then now the 47 of Allmendinger is 2 laps down, along with Casey Kane, Brendan Gaughan, and Alex Kennedy. But really, it's going to actually not be because of Brendan Gaughan. It's mainly because of the 18 of Kyle Busch. Now remember, Busch and Jr. has a history of racing hard for the lead at Richmond, and they're going to do the same thing today as Kyle Busch turns Jr. down the track off turn 2. Jr. has a lot of speed, comes up and wrecks the 62 of Brendan Gaughan, and the 88 Dale Jr. lost the control of his car, and he also ended up spinning out. And look at all the positions that 88 car lost. I mean, that is at least outside the top 10 now. Right here, he's going to take out Gaughan, so Gaughan's around, but it's like something might have just snapped on the 88 that turned him sideways, and he went up in the outside wall. So tough break for Earnhardt Jr. and Brendan Gaughan. It was actually just a innocent bystander. You might have think Jr. got a little held up by Brendan Gaughan, maybe got a little aggravated, maybe took his frustrations out on the 62, but no, it was actually because the 18 of Kyle Busch got a little impatient, made a mistake coming off turn 2, and turned the 88 of Dale Jr. towards the inside wall, and Jr. came back up the track and collected the slower car of Brendan Gaughan. Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, and Kyle Larson, your top 3 at Richmond. Going back to green here on lap number 25, we're just about to pass the halfway point in this race. And right now we have Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, Kyle Larson, Jimmy Johnson, and Eric Almirola. Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, Carl Edwards, Martin Truex, and Ryan Newman. Jamie McMurray 11th, Dale Jr. 12th, Kurt Busch, Casey Kane, and David Reagan, and Tony Stewart, with Matt Kenseth, Ryan Vickers, Jeff Gordon, Clint Boyer, and Paul Menard, your top 20. Green flag is back out here, and Logano spins his tires and Kyle Busch gets away. That is exactly what the 18 car wanted and needed to have happen. Johnson, Almirola slid up into turn 1 that opened up the door for the 11 to get by Almirola. Now he's still working on the 48 of Johnson. That 11 car and that 19, they've been 2 of the fastest cars since the race started. And you see they're just about to crack the top 5, and Almirola slides up the track again. That allows car to get by in the 19. Joey Logano trying to chase down Kyle Busch as Landon Castle is on pit road. Actually, a lot of guys are right now being shown on pit road. Saw Landon Castle, Jeb Burton, and Hornisoff pace off turn 4. That 9 car got extremely loose down off turn 4. And Trevor Bayne on pit road, Jeb Burton, and Landon Castle. Denny Hamlin now in 4th, Jimmy Johnson 5th, Carl Edwards now 6th. Now we have Landon Castle coming up ahead of the leaders Logano and Larson. And Kyle Busch was able to put Jeb Burton also between the 18 and the 22. Carl Edwards now to the inside of the 48 of Johnson. Hamlin is able to get around the 40 of Castle, but they still got to get around that 23 of Jeb Burton without losing a lot of time to the 18, but they've already lost a pretty good bit of time. Now we got the 6 of Trevor Bayne. Now we're going to catch the 33 of Alex Kennedy to put him another lap down. That would put him 2 laps down. Will we see any pit stops before this race ends? We saw a lot of guys get off pit sequence to get on their own little sequence. Will that happen again today? Kyle Busch goes to the inside of Landon Castle, Alex Kennedy. He gets around Alex. Logano has still have not been able to get around the 23 of Jed Burton. Battle for third place, Denny Hamlin on the inside of Kyle Larson. Now Keselowski and Earnhardt Jr. coming back in the 88. What a rebound this is with the 88 of Dale Jr. already up inside the top 5 now. Trying to get around the 19 of Carl Edwards. Jr.'s already got around the 43 of Alan Marola, the 48 of Johnson. Ryan Newman's having a great run, 4th in points in that 31 car. And caution flag is out once again. And it looks like it's involving the 35 of Cole Witt. So caution will come out here on lap 33 of 50. Right here coming out turn 2. Kind of like the same thing with, well, not really, but right there Allmendinger turns Cole Witt up in the outside wall. You can tell Allmendinger was quicker than Cole Witt. And separate with the 35 is he's going to lose a lot of spots as Cole Witt was running solidly in 27th place. He's now going to be back here and around 35th. So now this will give Joey Logano another shot at Kyle Busch, but now he has to get around the 33 of Alex Kennedy before he can do anything with Kyle Busch. And we will have about 14 or maybe around 12 laps remaining. The 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is on pit road. And we will be going green this time by. Let's give you a full top 10 rundown before we go back green for the remaining 12 laps. Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, and Brad Keselowski. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Carl Edwards, Jimmy Johnson, Eric Almirola, and Ryan Newman. Then we got Martin Truex, Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch, David Reagan, and Jeff Gordon. With Clint Bowyer, Paul Menard, Jamie McMurray, who does have some pretty good damage. He's now 18th, Ryan Vickers, and Matt Kenseth. Next weekend we are heading to the Talladega Superspeedway. On the high banks of Talladega, the NASCAR Xfinity Series and the NASCAR Spring Up Series. Before we can talk about that, we're going to have to go back green here at Richmond. And Logano once again does not go, and here comes Hamlin to the inside. That 11 car, I believe, has something for that 18, but he needs to get around the 22 and quickly. Kennedy, yeah, Alex is holding up the 88 of Dale Jr. Hamlin wants to see another caution. 11 to go. Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin, the two Joe Gibbs Racing teammates, are now 1-2. Logano trying to get around Jed Burton as he gets sideways. And we are under caution again. Kevin Harvick is on pit road. So that will give the 11 another shot to get up there and try to get this win away from his teammate Kyle Busch. And Kevin Harvick is on pit road, possibly the reason why the caution came out. No, he just came down pit road. I'm going to go up towards the pace car and see when the lights came out. So we can see. Alright. And right here, Trevor Bayne once again having issues. Or is already a lap down. And right here, like Cole Witt's going to turn Trevor Bayne up inside the outside wall. 3 wide, Brendan Gaughan, Cole Witt in the middle. Cole's trying to stay off Brendan Gaughan, but ended up coming down and collecting the 6 of Trevor Bayne. And now Cole Witt is on pit road and now leaving pit road. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has been on and off pit road right now, 34th place. But this is what Denny Hamlin and that 11 team needed, but they need to make sure they get a good restart. If they don't get a good restart, then it's going to be really hard to get around. That 18 has been pretty good in the short runs and the long runs. But when will we go back green? Yeah, alright. We're going to be going green with 6 to go. So Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Kyle Larson, and Brad Keselowski. Carl Edwards, Jimmy Johnson, Eric Almirola, Ryan Newman, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. top 10. Martin Truex, Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch, David Reagan, Jeff Gordon, Menard, Bowyer, McMurray, Vickers, and Kenseth. then Justin Allgaier, Greg Biffle, Sam Hornish, Alex Bowman, and Casey Mears. That is your top 25. Your 6 to go here at Richmond. Can Kyle Busch hang on? Can Hamlin get around him on the restart? Then he hung with the 18. He did not lose that much time, but still, Cal got a pretty good restart on the 11 of Hamlin. And then he has at least 5 laps remaining to try to get around the 18 of Kyle Busch. Kyle Larson getting around the floor 23 of Jeb Burton. And Cal starting to pull away. Trying to become the 7th different winner of 2015. Denny Hamlin does not have a win. Neither does Joey Logano or Kyle Larson. Carl Edwards, if he gets around Keselowski, the whole top 5, none of them would have a win. Cole Witt, Kevin Harvick on pit road again. So the four team of Kevin Harvick, who has not really done nothing on the short track races, and here comes Logano to the inside of Hamlin. This is really what Kyle Busch wants to see now. Kyle Busch has not been running as many Xfinity races as he usually does. Has stepped out the 54 car for probably most of the season. Just gonna focus on his Cup program. Right now, he has really had nothing to show for this season. Only 19th in points. Coming to 2 to go this time by. As these guys have not been in pit road, and I guess that will not be an issue. And Kyle Busch is like 3/10 quicker than everybody else. Edwards now getting around the 42 of Larson. Kyle Busch's teammate Matt Kenseth got a win on the short track at Martinsville. Kyle Busch now trying to do the same here today at Richmond. 1 to go from Richmond. Kyle Busch takes the white flag. Making their way down into turn 1 and 2. The first race with Pedigree on board. Also, Kyle Busch looking for another win here at Richmond. Making their way in turns 3 and 4. Joe Gibbs Racing second win of the year, and the first for Kyle Busch. He wins the Toyota Owners 400. Kyle Busch, your winner tonight here at Richmond. The 18 car going to victory lane here today. His first win of 2015 for Kyle Busch. Joey Logano getting another runner-up finish in the 22 car. Still looking for his first one of the year. Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, and Carl Edwards, your top 5 to close out the weekend here at Richmond. Here's a look at the results. Kyle Busch, Logano, all the way to Larson, Jr., Newman, Truex, and Stewart. Jimmy Johnson fell all the way back to 12th place. Ryan Vickers, Jeff Ford, and David Reagan, Matt Kenseth, Biffle, Mears, and Boyer. Nice run for Alex Bowman, 21st. Kurt Busch all the way down to 25th. Brett Moffitt, Michael Annett, your top 30. DiBenedetto, Yaley, Bain, Harvick, 34th place, Stenhouse 35th. Casey Kane 40th, Allmendinger 41st, and Alex Kennedy will finish last today in that 33 car. So like we said earlier, next weekend is Talladega for the NASCAR Xfinity Series and the NASCAR Spring Up Series. And then the following week will be Kansas, where all 3 series will be back. So a lot of good racing coming up on this channel. But until next week at Talladega, congrats to Kyle Busch and the 18 crew on their first win of 2015 and the win. And they're the winners of the Toyota Owners 400. Goodbye, everyone.